or tread barefoot upon damp leaves after an early morning rain. It's just digits and dim office lights for Arvind.
Basically, I run a software company called Zen Technologies, and like you might be knowing, the IT industry is just like going through a lot of stress. All the employees and everyone is going through a lot of stress, and they are constantly needing to be responsive for different client requirements.
On the victimometer, Arvind ranks. Mind filled with junk. But the western winds are about to change their course for Arvind. Sensei Maxwell, a Kongo Zen Shorinji Kempo master who has studied the art form for 19 years, will hopefully breathe new life into this young, software-savvy sensei in the making.
In Japanese, it's just Kongo Zen Shorinji Kempo. In English, it is diamond meditation. Kongo means diamond, Zen means meditation. So it's diamond meditation. Shorinji Kempo is nothing but the Chinese boxing or the Shaolin Temple boxing. Is Kongo Zen, the word Zen denotes a religious perspective. Is Kongo Zen a religion? No, it is not a religion. It is not an offshoot of any religion, either Zen Buddhism and all. It's just focusing on the morality of the humankind. The philosophy of Kongo Zen Shorinji Kempo revolves around the individual's quality, building the individual. He says every evil in the world is an offshoot of an individual's evil thoughts. If you can correct the evil thoughts of the individual, you can correct what's happening outside the world.
Shorinji Kempo is a discipline aimed at spiritual development based on the philosophy of the Kongo Zen school of Buddhism. The curriculum was systemized in the 1940s by Nakamo Michiomi, referred to as Doshin So, who did not want it to be just a martial art that focused on technique and fighting, but rather a system that emphasized the spiritual and holistic development of a human being.
Ahimsa is an Indian term for compassion and mercy. So he built this ahimsa through atemi vazas, which means striking the nerve centers. And he built it right from the white belt curriculum up to the 9th Dan curriculum. So any action within Kempo in terms of striking, punching, kicking, throwing, always revolves around this acupressure points, wherein not only we revitalize ourselves, we also understand the pain which is inflicted. Thereby that pain is going to teach us that do unto others as you expect others to do unto you.
Well, we're starting with the Junbi Taiso, which is the Japanese word for warm-up, which Sensei Maxwell guides his students through preceding the practice.
The warm-up, it's got to do with the human anatomy moving in 3 basic motions. One is a straight, the other is the arc, and then a full circle. Now, based upon these 3 possible human motions, given the anatomy of 2 hands, 2 legs, 1 head, unless we have anything apart from this like 3 hands, 2 heads, it will never change these basic 3. And we stick specifically to sharpening the weapons which is going to be used in the training. So how to move your hands in a punch, how to move it in a block, how to move your legs in a kick, how to move it in a reap. So whatever we need to do in combat training, that's exactly going to be the components making your warm-ups.
During the warm-up it was really good, and I didn't actually kind of feel it to be a warm-up at all in the first place, because for someone like me, it was more like an exercise.
Doshin So modeled Shorinji Kempo after Bodhidharma's teachings of Chinkingyo, or static meditation done in Zazen, and Ekkingyo, or dynamic meditation done in movement. So Arvind and I moved on to Zazen, seated meditation, to still our minds.
We start regulating the breath first in and out naturally, elongating the breath. So breathing in, breathing out. Then the regulation comes. The regulation is a very tricky martial breathing. It's 5,000 age old martial breathing, prevalent within this Taoist heart. The most important is not the breathing, it's the retention of the breath. So the more you elongate the duration of breathlessness, then you come closer to deathlessness. And that's how these people strive to break away from the material consciousness and enter the spiritual consciousness.
In Japan, zazen is usually performed on a mat called a zabuton and a cushion called a zafu.
When we sit for long hours, we tend to move away from the alignment. So the stick is placed behind you at the sacral lumbar region and held erect. And the person's deviation is corrected along with the perpendicularity of the stick. Once that is done, the chin is adjusted. It is natural to just take your chin up and to go like this. So you press down the chin. Thereby you open the energy at the cervical region. That's it. And two, we use the bow. When you are in deep Zen meditation, when you bang the bow, it makes a loud resonating sound. At that instant, we should break away from that deep meditation and get ready for combat.
As Sensei kept reiterating, the art form is considered a Budho, not a martial art. The word Budho is made up of two Japanese characters, Bu, meaning to stop violence, and Do, meaning dharma. So Budho literally translates into the way of harmony, and it operates on 6 principles. Kenzen Ichinyo, mind and body are one, not two. Fufatfu Katfugen Kan, not to kill, but to give life. Goju Itai, hard and soft are one. Shushu Koju, defense precedes offense. Kumite Shutai, pair work is fundamental. Riki Aifuni, strength and love are not two. True love is true strength. When we come back, we'll set these 6 principles into motion with the art of Shorinji Kempo.